Silky Jones. Will have been desperately upset at the performance that he gave last October on the dinner show at the Marriott Hotel in the West End. It was a pretty tedious affair the first time against Tshuma, who was certainly less talented, but Silky Jones wasn't really up for it on the line.
Looks up for it tonight, though. He looks very determined, doesn't he?
Really very well focused, Paul Silky Jones. He knows that this time he can afford absolutely no slip-ups whatsoever. At 31 years of age, defeats are really not an option.
Ooh, well, that was time out, I think, for a low shot. And again, I think rather like the clash of heads, if anything was even more accidental. Visa Fernandez from Puerto Rico will give Verno Phillips as much time as he needs to try to recover. And Phillips, good professional that he is, says, yeah, I'm fine. But the wind, well and truly taken out of the sails. Phillips, I think, looking to give Jones a bit of his own medicine back, because that was not low, but certainly was right on the waistband.
Always fair and loving more, Jim.
There's a love lost in there, Gary, I have a feeling. And it's turning out to be something of a war, and that's not, I'm sure, what Jones wants to get drawn into, although he stood up pretty well. Phillips going for the body. 3 seconds to go to the end of this run. Combination of stable reach advantage and a very different.
But they certainly will be sitting up and taking notice of this fight. You can see for yourselves, Jones is a quality fighter who has landed some big punches.
A bit of loose tape there. We see two by the corner, but it's one of these situations. Where does he go from here? It's very difficult. There aren't going to be too many people that are going to be queuing up to fight him, are there? Because he's such an awkward opponent and potentially very dangerous.
Half a minute to the end of this round. Son looking left, making contact from Verno Phillips.
Not quite been a war, but it's not been far short of it. And Silky Jones, of course, knows that at this stage of his career, at 31 years of age, he can afford no more defeats if he's to move toward his ultimate goal. And again, missed the punch completely and bundles Tshuma into the ropes. But again, it's stamina sapping when that hard shots.
And there's a lot of bravado attached to that. And back he comes with a very wicked-looking right hand, and Jones cannot afford to get careless.
This is a very, very tough stage in the fight, and the main point is both boys are really tired, and it's down to who wants the most. If somebody can assert an authority here, they've got a fair chance of leaping out in front.
Jones now maybe feels that if he stands toe-to-toe, he's going to be as good as Phillips in the punching sticks. And the referee trying to step in and then changes his mind. A little bit of a slack refereeing. So Gary Jacobs posed the question, who wants it most? And Phillips slowing down there is not the same as zipping those shots.
He's frustrated. When he goes southpaw, he can turn him around, and Phillips is missing with his own. As you see, his left uppercuts, his left hands and his right hands, and he's having more success being a southpaw rather than going orthodox.
Interesting change. It's Paul Jones who's occupying the centre of the ring and allowing Phillips to move around him. And when Phillips moves, it's Jones cutting him off. So are we seeing a change in the pattern of this world title contest? jabs of Jones would appear to be getting through. Switch from Phillips, coming in with that left hand to the body, and Jones smiles and thinks, well, I can take this.
Jones is very composed, he's doing well. Phillips is rushing him because he doesn't really know how to cope with the southpaw here. Trying to throw the big wing and left hands and straight right hands. None of them are landing. Jones is keeping him on the end of that jab, frustrating him, which is a great help to him. Jones certainly boxing from behind a lot. I think he's got a great chance here, and he's in his home city. It's for the world title. He's definitely up for it. He's definitely trained for it. Maybe having that couple of years out has helped him, because he isn't that old either. He's only 29 years old. He's come back and he's had 5 good wins, so he's got a really, really good chance.
Well, Silky Jones, like so many fighters in this part of the world, switching round and down on the sequence. Well, a nice rumble all around the ringside here at Sheffield. Freddie King at his feet saying come forward. Again, Phillips, the right hand dangerously low. And Nate lost it comprehensively on points, and then was reinstated when Rossi was tested positive for amphetamines. But it's been a very, very positive Paul Jones. Stimulant free and absolutely sure of this contest. Just working on adrenaline. Phillips backing away inside and Jones coming back at him. Well, this is a Silky Jones very few people have seen. Out of action for well over 2 years. 5 somewhat low-key contests this year. And he's found something from absolutely nowhere at all. Phillips grins. Well, if there was nothing between them at the start of this round, I think this round has gone the way of Paul Jones.
Yeah, Paul Silky Jones has boxed well. He's really out and he's mixing, he's taking it to him. Phillips has been doing a lot of good work, but it's all been landing on the gloves of Silky Jones, and then Jones has been coming back with his own stuff.
A few seconds to go and then 3 more minutes, and Freddie King straight into the ring, and it'll be words of encouragement from him to his protege Paul Silky Jones. Well, he does look remarkably fresh. It was a very, very good round for Jones. He dominated it right from the start. Well, Verno Phillips has come here with his belt, and unless he produces something quite spectacular in the final round, I think that belt is going to stay in Sheffield, and he looks like a man who may well be resigned to his fate, and he's not very happy with the corner or with anything that's gone on, but in particular with his performance against Paul Silky Jones.
Ball is 10 seconds.
WBO light middleweight championship of the world at stake. Graciously they touch hands, but for the best part of 3 minutes there'll be nothing gracious at all about it. Jones got careless in the first round and found himself down. He came back to regain his composure, and I have a feeling regained the upper hand.
He's been stronger and he's been throwing more leather, and I think that's who's going to win on the title.
Well, Phillips had to weigh in no fewer than 3 times because he was well over a pound heavier than the limit, and Jones now just ignoring those shots. Just over 35 seconds or so to go. Phillips will need 1 big punch to finish it. Anxious looks in the faces of the Jones corner man, Freddie King in particular. About 20 seconds to go, and Sheffield may well have another world champion. Down to 3 judges, remember, 2 from Puerto Rico and 1 from Britain, Roy Francis. And Paul Silky Jones back to the southpaw stance that served him so well, and he looks very strong. I think one full-time southpaw beside me at ringside, I think, can appreciate what Paul Jones is trying to do.
Oh yeah, I think he's got some great tactics. He's switching that.